morning, everyone. The Egyptian word for dreams is raswet, and I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but it means to be awake. So Egyptians saw that in our dream time, our eyes are open, and we explore the worlds that we had access to before we were born. Dreams relate to the conscious and the unconscious mind. So they are the gateway for healing and transformation. Our dreams are our gateway to healing and transformation. Dreams are messages from your soul. So after all, you spend 1/3 of your life asleep. And while you're sleeping, you have nearly 2,000 dreams in 1 year. So perhaps we should pay more attention to them. What are they telling us? Are your dreams showing you how to live your best life? I manifest the things that I want by believing in their existence. I manifest the things I want by believing they already exist. I want you to write down on paper, you don't have to do it now, but later, what you want to achieve. What do you dream about? What are your goals? Like, when do you want to retire? And how much money do you want to earn? And what kind of car would you like to buy? Where would you like to live? Now, after you write it down, I want you to feel the ink on the paper through your fingertips. Just imagine, I know it's ballpoint, but just imagine that you can feel the ink of your wants and desires through your fingertips. And now I want you to ask yourself, do I think I can achieve these things? Or am I committed to achieve these things? Now you might think that's the same daggone thing, Kathleen. Well, let me ask you another question. What is the difference between ham and eggs? The difference is that the chicken is involved, but the pig is committed. I thought that was funny too. If you just think you can achieve your goals, you are like the chicken. And you will make an effort to work harder. You'll visualize what you want. You may even create a vision board and look at it every single day. But if you're committed, if you are the pig, you are committed to make your dreams come true. If you're committed, you will be willing to attain specific knowledge, specific skills, a specific mindset to make your dream life come true. However, there is a stumbling block. I guess I need to tell you about the stumbling block. We cannot behave in a way we do not believe. So we often self-sabotage our dreams. They're based on, we self-sabotage because of our fears and our limiting beliefs. We each have 2 self-images, okay? The first one is one we project to others. We dress up in fancy clothes. We put on makeup. We have fancy hairdos. The second is our inner self. The second is our inner self-image that is an obstacle to our success. For example, your mother, and this happened to me. You know, we really tell stories about ourselves, don't we? Your mother may have said to you that without a college education, you can't get anywhere in this business world. Your subconscious mind said, because I don't have a degree, I'm a failure. You may relate to that, or maybe you don't. But in reality, my mother was just trying to encourage me to go further with my education. She did not mean to entrain my brain with a negative thought. When I was in high school, of course, we all watched a lot of TV. Even back then, we watched a lot of TV. And I was caught up in that Barbie doll concept. And I believed that a girl had to be skinny to be lovable. So actually, I suffered a period of bulimia. I ate very little. I exercised twice a day. And I forced myself to be sick anytime I binge ate some food that I wanted. It was craving. But fortunately, that little period of time, that phase, only lasted a couple of years. And then my mother remarried, and somebody or something changed my mind. I believe it was my stepfather, because he had such a calming effect on our family. But something had to change how I felt about my own self-image, didn't it? Dr. Rosenberg said, if you have the capacity to think, you have the capacity to change. We preach that all the time, thoughts are things, right? So if you have the capacity to think, you have the capacity to change. And she's right. So if we want to change some aspect of our life, we must change how we think and feel about it. We must change how we feel about a desired change. So when we focus on how we can change the outcome, we change the outcome. Let me give you another example. Frank and I had a disagreement about how to wash laundry. And of course, my way is the right way. So when he insisted on doing it his way, I got agitated. Well, this situation could have gotten very ugly, and perhaps from his perspective it did. But I walked away, and I came up here into my little home office, and I closed my eyes and remembered how badly I felt during our little spat. Then I thought about a funny video that Frank and I watched on the internet. And I thought about how we laughed and how we enjoyed that moment and how it made us feel to laugh together. And then I quickly went right back to how I felt about the laundry and didn't feel so bad about it. As a matter of fact, I could see it from his perspective, because I had just a second ago been laughing with him in my mind. I could now see it from his perspective. And I immediately went downstairs and apologized to him for overreacting and for hurting his feelings. My soul cried out to me for healing and transformation. I have made a commitment in my life. I've made a commitment to live a joyful life. And I am truly committed to living a joyful life. And insisting that things be done my way is egotistical and controlling. It is not joyful. It is not embracing the fact that he was truly trying to help me. And you're welcome to try this little trick for yourself next time something hurts you, okay? Next time you get in a little spat or somebody hurts your feelings. It's a wonderful little technique. Back in 1967, there was a musical called Hair, and their theme song was the dawning of Aquarius. Now, there's one line in there that just really grabs me. It says, peace will steer the planets and love will guide the stars. Wouldn't that just lift you up? Well, I have a little secret to tell you. On December 21st, 2020 is the first day of the age of Aquarius. That's pretty momentous, seems how an age lasts a couple thousand years. So now we're actually entering into this age of Aquarius, and it invites us to shed old ideas, especially old ideas of separation, and embark upon a journey of radical oneness. Oneness. Not just with each other, but with all of the universe. Now think about it. The month of December, it's rather interesting that it happens in the month of December. In the month of December, we celebrate numerous religious holidays. Spiritualists celebrate light and joyful giving. Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus, lighting up Christmas trees. The 7 principles of Kwanzaa are unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. They light 7 candles to signify the principles. The Jewish community has a festival of lights, and they light 9 candles on their menorah, and they sing songs, religious songs of joy, and they recite prayers. Our religions are all very different, which is why we see them as separate. In reality, we all light candles. We all focus on the light of the candle, lighting the way, lighting our path. We celebrate radical oneness by lighting candles. I've actually got a candle lit behind me, a real candle, not even an electrical, to signify what I'm talking about. When we're dreaming dreams about a better life for our families, perhaps we should apply the same techniques for the world and our local communities. COVID-19 has separated us from our happy social lives. We are literally separated into our homes and away from our family and friends. But thank heavens for Zoom, right? And FaceTime. However, I can't hug you. As animated as I am, I cannot hug you through this computer screen. I also cannot comfort my cousin John, whose dad just passed away in a nursing home from COVID. And John is actually planning the memorial service to be on Zoom. Even our country has separated from our old allies. Thanks to COVID, we can't travel. We can't get on a plane and go travel to foreign lands. And I'm sure you can personally add a little gray cloud or two of your very own to this scene, because I've now painted a very gloomy picture for you, haven't I? Well, I want you to celebrate the birth of the age of Aquarius with me. These are difficult times, and it requires all the creativity that I can muster to envision an inclusive world. the place where we can laugh and cry together. Commit to embark on a journey of radical oneness. Close your eyes, and in your mind's eye, I want you to light candles all over the world. And each candle you light in your mind sparks love, friendship, and acceptance. Our dreams of world peace start with us. Thoughts are things. Your loving thoughts travel through infinite space. There are no boundaries for loving energies. You might even be lighting candles on Mars and Venus. So you are the gateway for healing and transformation of this world. It's like Dr. Rosenberg said, if you have the capacity to think, you have the capacity to change. We are thinkers. Spiritualists are highly principled, loving people. See yourself as a catalyst for this new age. Commit yourself to be a spark for the change of oneness. This spark will also change the way you see yourself. It will change the way you see your place in this world. You will be able to see how very, very important you are. Step out of the darkness into the light. Bless you.